All right, guys. So Boston's gonna fight back. Just fought back to tie this up. ATL taking things slow. Just gonna eat some clock. They're gonna try and set up 2-for-1. Get a great shot. Break it. So Missoula calls a timeout. Boston now has a 2-for-1. And at this point, game is tied. You have a 2-for-1 and a timeout. You should be heavily favored to win. Really like this play set up by Mr. Missoula. So he's gonna ISO Jalen, and Jalen hits this thing hard. Full on aggressiveness. No doubt about it. He's taking that shot in quick. So one more time at full speed. I really like they didn't pick or anything too. Just not giving anything weird a chance. And this is what I meant about not giving anything weird a chance. So this is how this play was initially drawn up, but then Drew just locks up Trae. And unfortunately, horrible pass by Double O. Trae saying he's being held. There definitely was some contact, but this was a refs have been allowing contact, so players need to chill on that. He's not holding too hard, but he does have hands on him. Trae actually gets a tech here, guys. Tatum hits the tech. This should be over. No chance for ATL. This is the inbounds after the tech, and yes, Boston has the ball. As long as they don't get in 8 seconds, right here. People will say don't score. I think you always take a free layup in this position. And Drew made a mistake. He also dribbled into a fucking trap, which is not very Drew Holiday like. In fact, I would say Drew Holiday never does anything like this. So right here, actually, I'm fine with him not taking this shot. At the same time, if he does take the shot, he's probably going to get fouled. This. Jalen, bro. Go get the ball, buddy. That's what I thought when I saw this live, and that is definitely what I think now. So Drew is trapped, Jalen. Go help, man. At least be ready to move. That is definitely a bad pass by Drew. Don't get me wrong. But he's in a trap, guys. He's trapped by two players much longer than him. Jalen Johnson, DeAndre Hunter, both 6'7", 6'8", very long wingspan. That he barely got that pass off. You gotta catch that, Jalen. You have to catch that, my man. And I believe Joe is going to bench Drew after this. Okay. I'm not sure if this was intentional. I don't think it was. But Drew fouls Trae for some reason. From everything I see, it has to be intentional. Missoula had to have told him that. That was. So Boston gets in Kata. That was the whole reason for that foul. Also, you had a foul to give. Why not use it? So ATL has all 3-point shooters in. It should be very clear to switch everything. I'm fine with fouling. And that's what Drew does. Fouls before the shot. It's the smartest thing to do, to be honest, guys. With how good of shooters, free throw shooters there are in the league, and especially on the Celtics, fouling is the right thing to do here. I would like to see the Celtics deny Trae and put somebody else at the line. Trae makes both. Boston successfully gets it in. Tatum, the Celtics really just aren't thinking as they should be, guys. That's a very dangerous pass right here. So he gets trapped 100%. They do have to foul, but still, this is how turnovers happen. Refs could very easily this season not call that foul. And there's reason to say he wasn't fouled there. I'm not going to lie. Thank my boy Vit. Bro, if he didn't have his left hand on him, he probably would have there wouldn't have been a foul. And his left hand did absolutely nothing. That's very dumb by you, Vit. Come on, brother. You'll see that left hand right there, you can see the ref is looking right at it. All he had to do was not put his hand there, guys. So stupid, man. And I'm trying to be cool on Vit. I really popped off on him last year because he was on some real bullshit, but that's some real bullshit. Tatum bricks at the line, so 2-point game. No timeouts for ATL. You would think the game's over, right? Nope. If they're going to call that foul for Tatum, they got to call that foul for Trae. It's the exact same thing. Get your hands off! Fucking idiots. I expect better. Drew! No wonder you were benched, Drew. And Celtics teammates. So Drew's beat, right? D White, get your ass up there. You cannot give Trae Young any space. What the fuck are you thinking, D White? Useless. D White. I know you know better, D White. This is a very interesting lineup. I don't know. I'd be interested to see why Mazzulla thought he needed Keita in here over Double P. To be honest, I'm putting Double P in. He'll probably get a plus matchup and let him take this last shot. Because Dyson Daniels, elite defender, and Jalen Johnson, elite defender. DeAndre Hunter can be a very good defender, make some really bad plays sometimes, but very capable, as you can see. Denies Jalen, so it has to go to Jason. The double comes, and this is exactly why you don't have Keita in, Joe. If you have Pritchard in, this is not happening. So crazy. Tatum, not in rhythm, no way. So from this point on, Drew is not going to touch the court, guys, until the very last play, I think. I don't really understand it. Keita and Cornette are going to be in over it, and Trae just wreaks havoc on this game. He solo carries this shit pretty much for ATL. Oh, and if you guys saw my video on Mark Williams, same thing from you, Keita. Joe Mazzulla, this loss is on you. Why do you have Keita in over Drew Holiday, my guy? Look how much room he's going to give Trae. And also, Jalen pulls down double O. This could have easily been a 4-point play. Keita, are you going to tell me you don't know that Trae Young shoots threes, Keita? Is that really what you're going to tell me? You step back versus Trae Young. Bro, this is insane. And Joe Mazzulla, this is on Joe Mazzulla for having him in. He was put in a position to fail. He should know better 100%. At the same time, this is a playoff game, basically. And Keita is a very, 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 very raw player. This play, I don't know how much you guys have been watching the Hawks, but Quinn Snyder has schemed up the perfect defense for Trae. Basically, people that try and mismatch Trae, like I'm about to show, they will immediately send help. And then while the help is coming, the rotations are already rotating. So it's not like, you know, how I was talking about this delay for help, how it eventually leads to a shot. That doesn't happen. And all Trae does is the last person in the rotation. So the very last person that would rotate in a 5-man rotation, Trae just immediately goes to that guy. And also Trae plays like a QB spy, you could say. Just kind of hangs out a little bit and then goes. Because players have a lot of trouble reading things like that. And for good reason, you know. You can't just throw the ball across the court, which is what you have to do to get to the last person in a rotation like that. But I'll show the film now. So exactly like I said, they're going to force Trae onto Tatum. And then I want you guys to watch, I guess it's Hunter that comes over. Yeah, soon. So pretty much as soon as Tatum gets the ball, Hunter is already moving over. And then double O, he's already ready to go out to Jalen. And then Jalen Johnson is going to rotate over there, and Trae will go to double P if the play lasts that long. But see, yeah, double O just chilling there. They actually get a good shot. Jalen makes that shot, yeah. Really good shot. So really, that time the rotation was slow by double O. He should have fully committed. He didn't trust his help coming. So that was unfortunate. Hopefully we'll get to see it again. I can show what I was actually talking about. But Celtics, bro. So this is why Keita overplaying now on the pick and roll. He just should not have been in the game, Joe Mazzulla. You lost this game by having Keita in. The reason he did have Keita in is because the Celtics were just getting owned on the paint. But Keita, he doesn't know how to. Guys, do they not teach how to deal with pick and rolls in college anymore, or do they just not run pick and rolls in college? Because you just immediately start dropping back here, Keita. D White is right there to pick up Trae. I don't know what you're doing. And the whole reason Keita is in is to protect the paint. And the Celtics have been getting owned in the paint. And now this is what happens when you have somebody that doesn't play the game right. You put your player in a position to fail, and he gets, serious fall, guys. The floor won that one. Jalen's face immediately starts swelling up. I'm glad he's okay. I thought he might have fractured his skull. I'm not even kidding. It looked really bad in real time. I'm not going to play it again. I hope Buddy is okay. Okay, so the Celtics are going to do the same thing. This is the Trae Young zone. That's what I want to call it. So As soon as Tatum gets switched on to Trae, Dyson's going to pressure and blitz, which is good because it's going to give time. He's actually going to go back to Tatum after D White gets pressured off. But look at the rotations. So already, Jalen Johnson is playing kind of midfielder, ready to go to either one of those. And then Double O is going to go right out to Pritchard. D White doesn't even have the ball, and you can see the rotation by Jalen Johnson already there. Double O going to the other rotation. Trae, like I said, just playing QB spy, just doing whatever, and then he'll eventually drop back to Jalen. I was like, I'm missing a Celtics player. Yeah. So yeah, D Hunter will pick up Kata, and then Trae will drop back. So we'll show that. See Trae dropping back. Perfect. And that pretty much this eliminates teams seeking out Trae. The way to beat this is when Trae is playing center field, you have to make the skip pass to whoever Trae is going to go to, or the person rotating off the last person rotation who Trae is going to go to, which would be Jalen. So the pass would either go to Kata or Jalen there. But this is really easy to say when you can pause in real time. You have less than a second to make that decision, to read the court and make that decision. Really poor spacing by Pritchard there. Brings a double to D White. Double O should have stayed there to trap. I don't know what he was thinking. And then Tatum gets a really good shot, breaks it. Tatum and JB combined for 4 of 18 from 3, guys. Absolute disaster. And when they're off, they have to find other ways to score. And my main complaint, they have to make their teammates better. They got to quit all this ISO bullshit. I know you're that great. I get it. Make your teammates better. That's going to make your shots easier. It makes the team better. You are more likely to win getting your teammates involved. And then, yep, like I said, they're just pounding the Celtics in the paint. Kata is just getting lost on every pick and roll, guys. I don't know how Missoula did not see this. He's extremely, extremely raw. He has an excuse. Kata does. Mark Williams does not. Mark Williams should know better. Kata is, I think, a UFA, undrafted free agent. More Trae Young zone. So they're going to try and get Jalen on Trae. Jalen Johnson comes over, picks it up, and then Trae, like I said, to the last person rotation. Tatum, or both Tatum and D White need to understand this and be looking for the person Trae is going to rotate to, guys. That is the only way to beat this zone. Not the only way, but it's the easiest and smartest and most efficient way to beat the zone. And the Celtics did not play that way. They played stupid ass solo dolo ball when they're fucking shooting like shit from the field, just forcing out bullshit over and over. And that's how you lose games. Double O, really good defense. Tatum still makes it. And yeah, just because you can do that doesn't mean you should. Here, I love this by Trae. Running the clock down, getting themselves in a 2-for-1. The pressure is on Boston right now, 100%. I don't know what. Again, this is on you, Missoula. Why do you have Kata and Pritchard in? And why do you send Pritchard for the double? Oh my God. Trae doesn't make it, but that's playing with fire. And then Celtics call timeout. Celtics pretty much in the same situation that got them into this overtime. So I didn't see what they're tripping out about, why they kept replaying this live, but I see why now. Peyton Pritchard has been scared to make risky-ish plays, guys, and it's not good. Peyton Pritchard, you're him. You just got to let that thing go. You can't be scared, buddy. So it looks like the Celtics are actually running the exact same thing. Just Jalen, quick 1v1, put a shot up in 4 seconds. Took a little too much time and gets blocked. Too telegraphed. Yeah. I would say you either got to take this shot here or you got to back out. I would call another timeout personally. Like, what you wanted to happen did not happen. You need to get a good shot now. And yeah, again, Kata, horrible spacing. For all you idiots saying Wemby should not be, quote unquote, playing like a guard or shooting threes. This is what happens when your center doesn't shoot threes, guys. He stands around in the paint on offense and lets rim protectors just sit there and get free blocks. It's so dumb. Oh, Lord. And yeah, they needed a timeout. Again, Missoula, you got to call a timeout here. I don't care what the players do. I don't give a shit. Call a fucking timeout. Resettle them. Just horrible. Joe Mazzulla having Kata in it was a huge mistake. The timeouts could be better. I mean, what I'm asking is for a championship level coaching strategy. Most coaches are not going to call a timeout right there, but the best of the best will. And that is what I expect from Joe Mazzulla because that's what he is. That's who he is. And the Kata, playing Kata over Drew, and now the failure to manage the game, yeah, not good, Joe. Oh, ATL just crowding stuff up. Really good denial of trae right here by Pritchard and D White. If you didn't see D White block the lane, D White, I don't know why he came back up, and you're gonna see Joe Mazzulla get really pissed off because D White came back up. So also, Pritchard, man, I don't know what happened to him, guys. I really think he's just nervous and just like now he has these expectations. It's a lot. This ball is gonna hit him right in the hand, guys. Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. That would have changed the whole complexion of the game. Still, Celtics get a decent foul on anybody with trae, but trae, which is what you want, even though Jalen Johnson is going to be a 90% free throw shooter very soon. He's a very good free throw shooter. Jalen Johnson ends up missing both free throws, guys. And then another huge error by Joe Mazzulla getting way too cute. So for some reason, Kata is the back man on the strong side rebounding team. Why, guys? Don't ask me. Please don't ask me because I don't know. I will never know. And the dumbass just sucks. Kata is not a good player right now. Just too raw, guys. And why? Tatum, I guarantee you can jump higher than Kata. Kata is stronger than Tatum. I have no idea why you would put Tatum in front of Double O instead of behind him. That makes zero sense. A huge coaching error by Mr. Mazzulla. And Buddy just can't even jump. That was fucking pathetic, guys. And then Double O just never gave up. And that ends the game when you don't get a rebound off a free throw. That you deserve to lose. Jalen Johnson, 2 missed free throws, by the way. And then Double O hits both of his. So the Celtics are down 5 and the game is over. My final thoughts on this are Joe Mazzulla got way too cute and he fucked around and found the fuck out. Horrible coaching by him. Horrible coaching that I do not ever expect from him. More so, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you both need to make your teammates better. There are times when you have to take over the game and you can't care about your teammates. This was not one of those times, and usually it's not. Even in the playoffs, I don't care. There's no reason to make the game harder than it needs to be. There's no reason to force yourself into bad shots over and over and over, especially if you keep missing them. This has been plaguing the Celtics all season. Double P stepping up and shooting his crazy percentages has really covered it up. D White has been really struggling too. D White shot 5 of 16 from 3 today. I think he might have missed all his 2-pointers as well, which was only 4. But when your leaders, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, 2 of the best players in the entire league, are playing a certain way, that sets the tone for the entire roster to play that way. And that's what happened tonight with the Celtics. You set the tone with bullshit, you get bullshit. And Coach Mazzulla, you were on bullshit today too, so it might have started with you. I'm going to be honest. The Celtics had no reason to lose this game. They were up, I think, 10 in the fourth quarter, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they blew a huge lead in the fourth quarter. Just no excuse for it. No excuse at all. It was because they took bad shots, made horrible turnovers, lack of effort at crucial points in the game, mental lapses in crucial points of the game, playing wrong lineups. Just all around bad. Joe Mazzulla, you were very punished by the basketball gods for benching Drew Holiday. That was one of the stupidest things I've seen in my life. I thought Drew found out. The fact that you fucking benched him for Nimaz Kieta, you deserve to lose this game, Joe Mazzulla. So after the game, Joe was saying he was excited for this, and I think he is. I don't think he was lying, and maybe he wanted this to happen. This could have been a 500 IQ chess move, looking for the long-term outlook of this team, because this loss hurts the Celtics so bad. They losing this game was unacceptable. There's no reason to lose this game. I think it's going to force both Tatum and Brown to change the way they play. And if that happens, if those two start choosing to make the right play, to make people better, to take good shots for normal NBA players, not shots they can make that are good because they go in, truly good shots, the Celtics are going to be fucking unstoppable. They have so much talent. They just have to start playing like a team. And this should be a wake up call for the Celtics. If this isn't, nothing is going to be. And they are, if they win another championship, it's just like a pure talent gap. And that's crazy. Like, they're not talented. They could. It's just they will become a dynasty if they start playing ball the right way. And that's what I hope happens, guys. Tata and just newer bigs do not understand how to play the pick and roll, guys. Can somebody explain that to me? Do they just not teach anything about pick and roll anymore until you get to the league? And even I think when you get to the NBA, you're expected to know how to run a pick and roll. I'm pretty sure. Because if somebody like me understands the pick and roll, you should. Especially if you're a big, you should. But yeah, this is a turning point in the season for the Celtics. It's either going to get much, much, much better and they're going to become the dominant force again, or they're going to have to make some trades. Yeah. Good luck, Celtics fans.